Okay, let's see what Joe Rogan had to say about Wuhan.
The Joe Rogan experience.
It's weird, man. It's like I wonder what's going on. I wonder if like there's a thing that happens to a virus when it goes through a number of hosts, that it sort of dies off, that it becomes weaker. You know, and that's part of herd immunity. Part of herd immunity is a bunch of people develop antibodies for it, and also like the Spanish flu. Like the Spanish flu kind of just died off. And there's a thing about Fauci the other day. He said the virus plateaued. The problem is, like, you don't know with these motherfuckers how much of what they tell you is political. Like, how much did they not tell us while Trump was in office, and how much are they telling us now? You know, like in terms of what's safe and what's not safe, opening businesses, what you can do for your health. Like, it's weird. It's such a fucking weird time.
I guess the UK has a new version that's more deadly, not more contagious, but more deadly.
Another new one?
Yeah, it just came out yesterday or today.
It's like fucking mixtapes.
I know.
Oh God, yeah.
And China's wide open. You know?
Is it?
Yeah, or where it started. I saw this whole thing where they're just like nightclubs are all open. Everyone's like going crazy.
I don't know about that.
Motherfucking water parks are open. Oh, you don't know about that? Yeah, dude. Oh, Joe doesn't know about that, dude, so it's probably fake.
If that's real, that might be propaganda. You might get there and
come on, bro. This is, oh my God, the level of American exceptionalist copium that motherfuckers are on is so crazy. Like, there's certain metrics that you literally cannot fake, okay? Like, can you imagine thinking that an entire country is just like, like with North Korea, you could say some shit like that because there's so much. There's so little travel happening in and out of North Korea. You literally cannot do that about China, man. It's fucking nuts. Like, it's nuts to say that, like, this is happening in China. And then there are metrics that you cannot fake, like your the growth in specific sectors, how much your economic recovery, how much your economy is recovered. Like, it's so dumb.
Fucking everybody's welding inside their homes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
Yeah.
But I do know New Zealand, which has 0 cases at all. Like, Dan Hooker just fought on Fight Island, and he can't go home. He's from New Zealand. He can't go home until he's quarantined until February 21st. So if that means maybe if he goes home, he has to just sit tight and can't go anywhere and can't leave the house till February 21st before he goes outside. But they have like very strict quarantine laws when you get outside the country. I think they have that in America too, right? What is this?
Oh yeah,
this is Wuhan now.
Look at that.
Yeah, but is that real?
Yeah, these pictures are just like from the a couple days ago.
They do kind of have masks, some of them.
Is that even real? He says.
That
but
one
they
lady's
always
like,
wear masks, right?
She pulled out her mask to smell that dude. Look at her. I had to smell you. Wow, February 2020. Yeah,
It's March, I guess.
and here we are in 2021, and they're buck wild. So what has happened? They've gone through. It's gone through the city. They haven't been vaccinated, right? Do they have a vaccine?
I wonder if everyone just got it.
It can't be the other thing, guys. Hey, guys, you know there is one other thing that happened, but it cannot be that. And that is rigorous, aggressive lockdown measures to stop the further spread of coronavirus from happening in the country. That can't be it. That is completely beyond the pale. So it is probably they vaccinated everybody, right? Or it's fake. Dude, look, I'm literally watching someone have the wheels turn in front of their eyes to justify their worldview that, like, lockdown measures don't work. It doesn't work here in America, so it doesn't work anywhere, obviously. So it's impossible that is the reason why they've been able to return to normalcy for a very long time. It's just denial. Like, he is denying and trying to cope with the reality that is in front of his eyes.
Look through and see if they have a conclusion in here.
Finally, people are accepting the idea that this might have come from a fucking lab. It's hilarious. I brought it up once with Brett Weinstein and some fucking ridiculous liberal smear website was saying that I'm promoting a dangerous conspiracy that it emanated from a lab. Like, the fucking lab is right there. That's not a conspiracy theory. The lab's right there.
That's literally how conspiracy theories work, brother. Come on, dude. That's literally how conspiracy theories work, man. That's how it works. And I can't even shit on Joe Rogan too much for this because, like, the American State Department originally wanted to go along with that conspiracy theory, and a lot of mainstream media outlets also kind of lightly nudged on that conspiracy theory in the beginning. And then the scientific community came out and said that, nope, that's not what happened. We have ways of figuring out if this virus is man-made, and that is not what has happened in the organic structure of this virus. And it's been a fucking year, and this dude is still saying, like, well, there's a lab there. Well, no shit, there's a lab there. Of course there's a fucking lab there. It's a gigantic area with millions of people living there with a fucking virology institute. Of course. Yeah, there's one in fucking Georgia.
There. Like, it's not like we're making up the fact that there's a level 4 lab right there. It's fucking right there. There's 2 labs there, by the way. Like, what are you talking about? Is that a dangerous conspiracy? Because they thought it was because of Trump. Because Trump.
Motherfucker, it is a dangerous conspiracy because you are going against the scientific consensus and claiming with no evidence whatsoever other than the fact that, kind of like how flat earthers do it, there's a lab right there. There's a level 4 lab right there. Okay? Which, at the end of that conspiracy, is an implication that China somehow nefariously fucking spread this virus onto the planet. Hasan, I love you, dog, but you wrong on this one? Wait. Oh my God. And this is why it's a dangerous conspiracy, because I have fucking absolute baboons in my audience, 3-month subscribers and gifters on top of that are just baboon brained, okay? This does not mean anything, you dumb fuck. This is not proof that the fucking virus was built in a lab, you stupid moron. Why are there still people who are straight up fucking talking about idiotic articles that don't prove anything? From motherfucking April in 2020. Isn't the argument not that it was man-made, but that it was... First, the argument was that it was man-made. Then the argument was that it was in the lab and it was accidentally released. Neither of which... It's both of which are speculative. Okay? And neither of which is true. There's also additional evidence that COVID might not have even fucking started in Wuhan anymore. That there were cases of fucking COVID... that there were cases of COVID previously found in fucking Europe. Far before what the fucking, far before the first documented instance of COVID in fucking Wuhan. I'm not saying that that's the case. As far as we know, it started off in Wuhan, and the working theory is a relationship between a fucking pangolin and a bat. All right? Most likely in the wet foods market. Viruses travel and mutate. That's why it's stupid to call them shit like China virus. I know, but it doesn't matter because it's the America virus now, ironically, and not the fucking China virus. No, there is no like fucking of animals. It's just like if animals that are diseased, that have, especially bats, that have a super fucking, they're run super warm, and they have like really weird immune systems, are diseased and are around another animal that somehow gets that disease to jump from one to the other, and it mutates. And then again, another separate mutation to jump over to human beings, and you have GG's. Chad, I love you, but this shit is sketchy. That's all I'm saying. Love you, dude. Dude, don't say fucking I love you and then send me like an article that does not prove what you're trying to say. Like, there's no... It's not weird that a fucking epidemiologist was spending American dollars in an area that requires international cooperation from virologists in every fucking country. Okay? You are doing, or what this article is doing, and what many conspiracy theorists do, is look at something that is normal and try to make it seem like it's nefarious or suspicious. This is, of course, how this works. Epidemiologists cooperate globally because that is how you're supposed to deal with pandemics. Okay? Of course, they are going to be looking at bats in that fucking center of research as well, because bats notoriously have insane immune systems that make them incredible fucking vectors of spreading mutated forms of the same disease to other animals. They travel and they have crazy immune systems. Obviously, China was researching coronavirus after SARS. Nothing to see here. I mean, and also coronavirus already was a problem with cattle too. It's not like it was fucking new. Just saying, I love you, but you're wrong on this one is not a good enough counter, and it's really fucking annoying and stupid. And it's frustrating to me in particular because this is something that I've had to combat this kind of misinformation for a very long time, and almost the entirety of this past year. So having to relitigate some of the most idiotic fucking conspiracy theories that have been disproven time and time again is really frustrating, and actually is yet another testament to how much impact Joe Rogan has and other bimbos like him have in spreading misinformation. Literally just educated guess is not misinformation. The science is not settled. It's an educated guess versus an uneducated guess. If you are saying it's really suspicious that there's a stage 4 virology lab in the middle of one of the most crowded fucking places where there are, where there's routinely like animals interacting with one another and potentially hubs for new diseases, and that international cooperation is a necessity amongst epidemiologists, and therefore America is funding global programs all around the world, including this virology lab, and that is enough to be suspicious, then that's not an educated guess. That is an uneducated guess. You do not understand how the normal protocol works, and this is the first time you have access to information, so it comes across as very weird to you, and all of a sudden you're like, well, it is really weird. It's not weird. It's literally not weird. This is, of course, that's going to happen. There are these sorts of labs in Georgia. I think there's one in fucking Houston. I looked it up before. Like, is this like Donald Trump's weird fucking... Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. This is Donald Trump's Department of State. Like, Donald Trump's State Department continuing the fucking conspiracy theories. This is why I say I don't even fault Joe Rogan all that much, because the Donald Trump's State Department is absolutely trying to, or did absolutely try to fucking lie. People clearly have no understanding of how hard it is to get even in a level 1 virology lab, let alone level 4. The idea of a virus being broken out is almost certainly the word of a lunatic. Anyway, it's funny how chuds are quick to believe that China welded people into their homes and stuff like that, but as soon as they say positive things like the fact that they've opened up again, they can't believe it. Also claim to not understand how they could do it. The welding fucking shit is real. The Chinese government in certain areas, in certain fucking hotbeds, absolutely did weld certain exits to make sure that everyone was only leaving their apartments from one fucking doorway. Okay? They did. They welded doors shut in an effort to make sure that people were not leaving apartments from 11 different exits, and it was only one exit that they were leaving the apartment from. So, and it fucking worked. It literally worked. They weren't welding people into their apartments to murder them in the way that Americans try to, in the way that Americans are trying to fucking make it seem like. They weren't like, sorry, we're welding you into your apartment and you're gonna fucking die now. Like, that's not how, that's not what they were doing, dumbass. We're being pretty pro-China today, are we? Yes, I am super pro-China. That that I have to correct people that think that, you know, China was just like lining up people with COVID and like executing them in front of a wall or some shit. Isn't that a fire hazard? It of course is a fucking fire hazard. It's China, motherfucker. They don't have that. They don't have fucking shit like that. I mean, they do, but they don't really follow the zoning and ordinance violations that we do here in the United States. It's part of the reason why they can like literally fucking build roads like that. You're fucking embarrassing, dude. LMFAO. When you have no argument, just fucking toss in an LMFAO so that, you know, you can come across like you're above it. Yo, I fucking got you, bro. You so dumb. I'm clever, dude. Yeah, I'll get back to you on a counter, but dude, you're bad. Fucking owned. Anyway, let's finish this Joe Rogan video. But before we do that, it's the second time we're going to do this today. It's top of the hour every hour, 6-second ad break. It's time, folks. It's top of the hour every hour, or is it a 6-second ad break? You no longer want to see the ads. All you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free with your Twitch Prime. Here it is, folks. Here the fuck it is. Why is Joe Rogan dressed like a baked potato? Because he is a baked potato.
For so many people. Any theory that you had, if Trump was like anti-China, you couldn't say anything that possibly would connect China to making a mistake that caused this virus to be released. You would be you'd be alt-right. Catch new episodes of the...
Damn, that was a good line to wait to end it on. Yeah. Yeah, liberals are definitely scaling back on their anti-Chinese rhetoric because of Donald Trump. Oh, wait, no, they're not. We literally watched the Democratic Party try to fucking outdo the Republicans on how much they hate China more. So, you know, that's completely false. I used to really like Joe when he was just a comedian. Once he had Alex Jones, Tim Dillon, and Ben Sharpie on, I had to stop melting my brain. The funny thing is, like, I still love Joe Rogan. Like, I do. I love Joe Rogan. I think he's very entertaining. I think his podcast is great. I will go so far as to even say that I like his comedy. I think his comedy specials are not as bad as some other people make it seem like. But having said that, he is a fucking ape. He is a self-described ape, and he is undeniably an ape.